It's a nice sunny day outside this February weekend, and absolute blue skies out there, so we'll make the best of that, I guess. I've been very busy studio work, mixing down a lot of stuff. It's incredible how much there's been to do. There's quite a bit of multi-tracking on this particular thing that I'm working on. So yeah, not had a great deal of time for YouTube, but here I am. I've got a lot of videos to catch up on, I dare say. I got a few DVDs off Amazon recently, and this is ever seen this one? This is, I forgot the name then, The Black Windmill, Michael Caine. Absolutely brilliant movie. It only cost $3.98 on DVD from Amazon. That's UK pounds. Arthur the Britons. I used to watch that when I was a kid, and you get the whole series, complete and uncut. I got this, I hadn't seen it before, The Boy in Striped Pyjamas, so we decided to have a look at that. And a well-made movie, but I'm not quite sure about the ending. Yeah, what was that about? I mean, what was the point? Yeah, it didn't tell us anything new about the Holocaust, or about the German people, or about the Jewish people, or about anything that happened around then, really. A bit of friendship, sort of, across the wire. And then at the end, I don't know, I was just left feeling, what the heck was that about? And the other thing I got was this, Central Station. It's a Portuguese movie. It's kind of a road film. Fernando Montenegro is the leading lady. It doesn't get too much of a reflection on there because it's quite sunny and the window is just over there. But yeah, a great movie this. This was worth all of those put together. Subtitled, because it's in Portuguese, which I don't understand a word of. Commercial TV, what is it with the huge number of commercial breaks they have these days? You know, I've put commercial TV on when I've had a free moment. I've stuck the TV onto the commercial channels to see what there is. And absolutely every time, about 20 times during the last few days, I've put it on and it's been the commercial break. It hasn't just been the commercial break, it's been the beginning of the commercial break, which seems to go on forever. And usually I just give up and switch off before the programme comes on. So I don't know what it was that they were showing, but they chop them up so much now. I know in some countries you're used to that. In the UK, in an hour programme we'd probably have 1 or 2 commercial breaks. Now it's increasing. It's about every 5 minutes now. You know, I said to somebody, it's very nice of the TV companies to show these little snippets of programme between the commercials, because that's about all you get now. So thankfully we have the BBC, which doesn't have any commercials during the programme. It advertises itself a lot between programmes, but go and make a cup of tea, that's okay. So yeah, that's my gripe about television at the moment. Well, and all the celebrity things they have on. I mean, there's another charity this weekend, it's Sport Relief, and what is it? They seem to think that in order to raise money for charities, they've got to get these celebrities to make total idiots of themselves. And each year they try to out-idiot the previous year, and it is so embarrassing. So I won't be tuning into that at all. I've got some more work to do to finish off anyway. We're ahead of schedule because I've been so good at my job. I've just put everything into it and I've got ahead of myself. And there's one thing that we're going to do afterwards, which now turns out we can't really do because it's, well, something should have happened that didn't happen, and you know, all the things are connected. So that's that. Something I was going to... Oh yeah, perspective. I know I've mentioned perspective before, and again, linked to television. Me and Isaac had a really good discussion about this. He gets very philosophical at times. Very quiet kid, but yeah, things going on in his head, you know. But anyway, we were watching the news, I know, and 3 different things that sort of linked together, because they did this big story about how they've got 6 inches of snow in Kent and everything ground to a halt because there's 200 schools had to close. 6 inches of snow, how are they going to survive? It's awful. It's absolutely terrible. And then following on from that, there was a bit of news about Washington DC having about 4 feet of snow. Okay, everything ground to a halt. 4 feet of snow is quite a lot. And it put Kent to shame, put Kent into perspective. 6 inches versus 4 feet. And then there was Haiti. A little bit of a mention about Haiti, which you occasionally get now. They don't mention it a great deal, but Haiti, of course, as you know, had this massive earthquake, and the main city was almost entirely flattened, and hundreds of thousands of people killed, and loads more injured, losing limbs and all kinds of stuff. And so I was thinking, well, you know, Kent only have 6 inches of snow. How can they really complain compared to Washington DC, who have 4 feet of snow? But then I think Washington DC, it is 4 feet, but it's only snow. It comes and it goes. And you compare that to Haiti, and of course Haiti, the damage is, well, it's irreversible. And so, perspectives. It reminds me of a time I was watching the news. The news, it doesn't seem to pick up on these things itself, never mentions it. I suppose probably just leaves you to do it. But I was watching these guys that were going on strike because they wanted more money. They'd been offered a pay rise. They didn't ask for a pay rise. The management gave them a pay rise. And then they decided it wasn't enough. So they wanted more money. And so they came out on strike. And they were grumbling and groaning. They turned up in their expensive cars, parked up outside the factory and such. And then they were moaning at the press about how they were struggling to survive, even though they could afford to drive almost limousines and things. Well, not quite, but, you know, they were doing okay for themselves. And following on that from that, there was this news bulletin about an African famine. And there were people with their hands out just for a handful of food. You know, perspectives. These guys, they had everything. And they wanted more. And you go to Africa. I know they're different cultures, different countries, different circumstances. But we want so much, don't we? And there's so many people out there who have so little. And we don't give until it's too late. Like with Haiti. We're giving to Haiti now. But when Haiti didn't have the earthquake, and if they wanted something off us, we would say, oh, we can't afford to give you that. You know, that's ours. And now, of course, the earthquake's happened. We give it quite freely. We can afford to give it. Of course we can. We just don't want to. Unless, of course, there's something in it for us. And it's great to go and help people, but let's help them before it gets too late. And I'm starting to waffle now, so I'll close. Have a great weekend. Catch you later.